Khloe Kardashian preferred not to inform True that she is not married to her former partner Tristan. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloe Kardashian has always been open about her struggles, her triumphs, and the way she handles family life in the public eye. On her podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she recently shared a very personal story about parenting her two children, True and Tatum, and how she has had to carefully handle conversations about her relationship with their father, Tristan Thompson. For Khloe, parenting has always been more than just giving her children love and care. It has also been about guiding them gently through difficult truths without letting them feel the weight of adult issues too early in life. Her latest story about how she dealt with her daughter True's confusion over marriage showed just how thoughtful and cautious she is when it comes to raising her kids in a healthy environment. Khloe explained that her daughter True, who turned 7 in April, sometimes used to call Tristan her husband. The reality star admitted that this surprised her because True had never actually seen her parents acting like a married couple. Khloe and Tristan were never married, and after years of ups and downs in their relationship, they officially separated for good in 2021. Still, True associated her dad with the idea of marriage. Khloe said she didn't know how to respond at first because she didn't want to confuse her daughter, and she didn't want to crush her young idea of family either. Instead of shutting down the conversation quickly, Khloe decided to ask her therapist for advice. According to Khloe, the therapist reassured her that children at that age often connect relationships in very simple ways and that there was no need to worry unless it became a problem. With time, her daughter would naturally begin to understand the truth as she asked more questions. Interestingly, True never brought it up again, which Khloe found both surprising and a little relieving. Even though Khloe and Tristan are no longer together as a couple, they share 2 children and continue to co-parent. Their daughter True is 7, and their son Tatum is 2. Khloe said that so far, neither of her children has ever asked why they don't live with their dad in the same house. Instead, they simply view it as a special situation where they get to have 2 homes in Los Angeles. To them, it feels like a blessing, something fun rather than a problem. Khloe laughed when sharing that True and Tatum actually think it is cool to say, "My daddy has a house, and my mommy has a house." This innocent way of seeing things made her grateful because it kept the children happy and shielded them from the complicated reality of her past with Tristan. When listeners of her podcast asked how she manages to co-parent with her ex, especially after such a turbulent breakup, Khloe was quick to clarify that while her relationship with Tristan may have been full of drama, their parenting partnership is smooth. She said there is no drama between them when it comes to raising the kids. They have disagreements and conflicts as friends or ex-partners, but when it comes to parenting, they work together seamlessly. Khloe even gave Tristan credit for trusting her instincts as a mother and not giving her pushback about the choices she makes for the children. She admitted that his career as an NBA player brings challenges because of the amount of time he spends traveling during the season. For 8 or 9 months of the year, he is not physically present in Los Angeles. However, Khloe said he spends summers with the children, which helps balance things out. Khloe also made it clear that she does not discuss co-parenting with her kids. She believes adult issues should remain between adults. So even if she and Tristan argue, her children never hear about it. She wants them to know only one thing, that their parents both show up for them. That stability is what matters most. Khloe said that True and Tatum simply know this is their normal life. They don't feel like anything is missing because they see both parents actively involved. While reflecting on her own childhood, Khloe said she was inspired by the way her mother Kris Jenner and her father Robert Kardashian handled their divorce. She admitted that it wasn't always perfect, but her memories of it were mostly positive. Even after Kris remarried and had children with Caitlyn Jenner, Robert remained present in Khloe's life. He would even come over for family dinners or play golf with Caitlyn years after the divorce. To Khloe, this was a powerful example of how parents could put their own feelings aside to do what was best for their children. Seeing that growing up motivated her to create the same kind of peaceful arrangement for her own kids. She said she is proud of herself for building a co-parenting relationship that works as well as it does, because she knows it isn't easy. On her podcast, Khloe also opened up about the differences in how she bonded with her 2 children. She admitted that her connection with True was immediate after giving birth in 2018, but things were much more complicated with Tatum, who was born in 2022 through a surrogate. The time around Tatum's birth was extremely stressful for Khloe because it coincided with shocking news about Tristan. She discovered that he was expecting a child with another woman while they were pursuing surrogacy together. Khloe said she didn't know how to process all of it at once. She admitted that she withdrew and avoided certain moments with her surrogate because she was overwhelmed and wanted to protect herself. As a result, when Tatum was born, she did not feel the same instant bond she had experienced with True. Being followed by paparazzi also made it harder, because she felt like she could not move freely without being judged or attacked. Khloe has been honest about this experience, and although she faced criticism for admitting she didn't immediately feel a connection with her son, she explained that she was only telling her truth. She said her bond with Tatum grew naturally over time, and now he is one of the greatest joys in her life. Today, she cannot imagine her life without him. She even shared that he reminds her of her late father Robert and her brother Rob Kardashian, especially through his sense of humor. For Khloe, Tatum has become proof that love can grow even after a rocky beginning. Looking back, Khloe also reflected on how deeply she connected with True during a painful time in her life. When True was born, Khloe was dealing with heartbreak because Tristan had been accused of cheating on her with multiple women while she was pregnant. Despite the pain, she held on to True as a source of strength and light. She called it a trauma bond, but in a positive way, because True gave her purpose and helped her push through a dark period. This made their connection incredibly strong and unique. Even though her history with Tristan is complicated, Khloe said she will always make choices that keep the focus on her kids' well-being. She acknowledged that Tristan has made mistakes and even apologized publicly to her family during an episode of The Kardashians. But when it comes to their children, Khloe's main concern is making sure they feel loved and supported by both parents, regardless of what happened in the past. She chooses to rise above personal pain to create stability for True and Tatum, and she takes pride in that role. Her honesty on the podcast struck a chord with many people because it showed the reality of parenting in a blended, complicated family situation. Khloe didn't try to pretend everything was easy or perfect. Instead, she showed that parenting is full of challenges but also full of growth and love. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.